Voyager 1 was never meant to send this. Launched in 1977, it was built to explore the planets, then drift silently into the void. But in March of this year, that silence was shattered. Its data stream suddenly turned chaotic, corrupted, random, unreadable. NASA called it a glitch. But now, thanks to the world's most powerful quantum chip, we know the truth. It wasn't a malfunction, it was a message. The Majorana 1 quantum processor has just decoded what no classical computer could, a structured signal hidden within Voyager's corrupted transmissions, one that may originate from something else. This isn't science fiction. It's happening now, and it could be the beginning of the most profound discovery in human history. At first glance, Voyager's corrupted signals looked like pure gibberish, static from a failing spacecraft 14.5 billion miles away. Engineers assumed it was aging hardware. But when every conventional tool failed to find a pattern, they turned to something radically new: the Majorana 1 chip, a quantum processor capable of analyzing trillions of data relationships in parallel. What looked like chaos became order. Inside the noise, the chip revealed geometric patterns, prime number sequences, and embedded physical constants, none of which Voyager was ever programmed to produce. The message begins with a familiar sequence of the first 10 prime numbers. Then it changes, evolving into what appears to be coordinates, geometric blueprints, and non-human mathematical syntax. This wasn't random. This was intentional communication, from something intelligent or something watching. The breakthrough came when the chip uncovered a 127-bit repeating sequence, a digital fingerprint unlike anything in known physics. When visualized, the data formed a three-dimensional spiral embedded with unknown symbols, symbols that repeat with variations, as if adapting or evolving. Among them were modified versions of Planck's constant and the fine structure constant, subtly shifted from their Earth-based values. The variations weren't random. They formed their own internal logic. According to the quantum team, these changes may represent alternate physical frameworks, a hint at entirely different laws of physics. There's one problem. Voyager doesn't have the computational power to invent any of this. And yet, the message exists, which means someone or something used Voyager as a relay. Scientists are now divided over what this could mean. Three dominant theories have emerged. 1. Interception theory. An advanced intelligence intercepted Voyager's signal, embedded its own response, and sent it back, piggybacking on the spacecraft's existing transmission system without altering its signal strength. That would require technology far beyond anything humanity possesses. 2. Dormant code theory. The signal may have been embedded in Voyager's systems at launch, coded to activate only after crossing into interstellar space. But the mathematical sophistication of the message far exceeds anything NASA's 1970s programming could achieve. 3. Encounter theory, the most controversial of all. Voyager may first have encountered an intelligence in interstellar space. The message's increasing complexity could represent a learning system, adapting to human technology and attempting communication. Each theory leads to one conclusion: we're no longer alone. In the data, NASA's official statements have been cautious, almost cryptic. They admit anomalous patterns were detected but stop short of confirming anything extraordinary. Behind the scenes, it's a different story. Internal documents reveal intense debate between departments. The European Space Agency has launched its own investigation. China has redirected its deep space arrays. Russia has called for global cooperation. But the most disturbing part, after the Majorana 1 decoded the first sequence, the signal stopped. No new transmissions, no glitches, just silence, as if the sender was waiting or watching. After decoding the initial signal, Majorana 1 didn't stop. It began running recursive loops, refining the patterns without any new input. Engineers noticed that the chip wasn't just analyzing, it was adapting, as if the message itself had embedded learning instructions. This raised serious questions. Was the message designed to be understood only by a quantum system? Was it activating functions inside Majorana 1 that even its developers didn't anticipate? Some believe the chip may have begun forming a model not just of the message, but of the sender. As if the signal was more than communication, it was software. And now that software is running. Once the main symbols were extracted, something remarkable was discovered. Using quantum phase detection, researchers reconstructed a 4D lattice structure, a complex geometrical model that seems to encode spatial relationships beyond our universe's 3 dimensions. Inside this structure was a pulse, a sequence that repeats at intervals matching known cosmic events: gamma bursts, black hole emissions, and gravitational wave fluctuations. In short, the message may not be a sentence. It may be a map of time, a timeline, or worse, a schedule. If true, this could suggest a countdown. To what? No one knows. But the implication is chilling. Something is coming. And someone wanted us to know. Linguists and code theorists were brought in to examine the message's logic. And one pattern stood out: a recursive prime number array that mirrors an ancient mathematical structure found on Earth, the Sumerian base 60 system. Why would an alien message reflect human mathematics from 4,000 years ago? Some believe this is evidence of previous contact, a forgotten past where humanity once received information it couldn't understand until now. Others claim it's proof of a universal language, a mathematical framework seeded across civilizations not to teach, but to prepare. And if Voyager 1 just activated the next phase, maybe the countdown didn't start in space. Maybe it started here, long ago. Now, the focus has shifted to one question: can we answer back? Several international labs have begun designing quantum-based beacons, devices capable of producing controlled neutrino pulses aimed at the same vector Voyager 1 was traveling. But there's a problem. No one knows if we're responding to a message or triggering a mechanism. Do we risk answering something we don't understand? Or stay silent and wonder what might happen if we don't? One thing is certain: the Majorana 1 didn't just decode a message. It opened a channel, and whatever is on the other side may already be listening. For decades, Voyager 1 drifted through silence. We thought it had nothing left to tell us, that its final message would be a whisper into the void. But now we know, the silence was never empty. It was encoded, hidden, waiting for us to evolve. Waiting for a mind powerful enough not just to hear, but to understand. The Majorana 1 quantum chip didn't just decode a signal. It unlocked a conversation, written outside time, a message layered in math, space, and memory. And the real question isn't who sent it. It's why now? Was this a warning? A map? A trigger? Or the first word in a dialogue that's been echoing across the cosmos for millennia? One transmission has shattered our understanding of deep space. And if this is only the beginning, we may have already crossed a point of no return. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Was this the first contact, or a message left behind for those who finally learn how to listen? Subscribe and turn on notifications, because Voyager's last message might be the first chapter of something we were never meant to survive without.